Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It is August 12th, so it's day 12 of RPG A Day 2023. And the question for today is, old game you still play? Well, it's not that hard for me to think about old games because old. And I started playing back in 1981. And my very first game that I played was basic Dungeons and Dragons. Specifically, it was BX, Moldvay D&D, if you want to get really technical with it. Which I do. And that's a game that I still play in some iteration, whether it's something like BX Essentials or even Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Even though it's a much newer game, it's really heavily based upon that rule set. So I can kind of slip it in there and say, yeah, that's still based on that game. But BX Essentials is essentially that's BX D&D. Don't play it an awful lot, but it's one that I still play. It's one that I feel very comfortable playing when my friends and I get the bug to go do that. But the other thing about this is, I'm still playing. That's really cool. After all these years, I did have a big hiatus. Some of my friends never quit playing, but I had a moment or several years where I stopped playing role-playing games. But that's one of the many neat things about role-playing games is you can still play them many years later. You may have discovered them in college or as a really young person or whenever, and you can go back to them, and your experience may be different. The things that you look for in them may be different, but the hobby is so vast and so wide that you can continue to play role-playing games and still get new experiences and different kinds of enjoyment, or the same enjoyment, out of them forever. I think it's a really cool thing. There's not a lot of things that you can do that with, because eventually we get older and infirm and we can't do the things we used to do anymore. Not so with role-playing games. I can roll dice with the best of them. Have a good one, kids.